So today I'm trying out my new Singer Style-O-Matic. Does 17 kinds of finishes. No attachments to use. Sounds wonderful, doesn't it? So what I thought it would be fun, since I've got some piping to attach, is I will follow the instructions. So it says fold the edge of the material under, then place the row of contrasting material about 1/8 inch along the folded edge and insert the pieces into slot 1. The lower piece of material is placed under the press foot and care is taken to keep it even with the left edge of the foot. So in this case I'm actually doing a rolled up sleeve, and the part A that it's referring to is there. So I have to put it all in there. Okay, so I've done that. I've got the fabric lined up. Just placed it roughly in place, and we'll see if this actually makes it easy to do. Stiletto out to make this a bit easier, and off we go. So I don't think this is one of those things that you can do at any great speed. However, if we follow the program, it should do the job. Almost done. Do I think it's wonderful? Difficult to say. It's working, but it's not quite as easy as I would have hoped. It's definitely working right. My biggest fear is the fabric might be creeping. So it does seem to be creeping a bit, so that the bottom is feeding faster than the top. Maybe a bit of stretching out here will solve the bother. I have a feeling I'll be unpicking this shortly. But we'll see. Yeah, see, it's way longer, so got some creepage going on. So at the start, it was very good. In fact, the whole thing is pretty good, but it's definitely crept. So I'm quite, actually worked really well, but it does creep. So I've got to figure out how to stop that bit from creeping. So I'll unpick halfway and just fix it. I mean, it looks perfect, but it's twisted the fabric, so I need to fix that, because it's okay up to about halfway, and then after that it's not so good. So if I fix that after halfway, I think it will sit better. So it's pulled the fabric. Well, okay, give it a sort of a pretty good result, but I've got a few learning things to do. It works nicely though. Okay, try again. Okay, so I've unpicked now, and I've reduced the foot pressure, so hopefully that will make it cooperate just that much better. And what I'm going to try and do is see if I can keep this thing from somehow set this to lock the stitches in place. It is possible to fit the foot, which is something I give it points for. It's quite easy to resit the unpicked stitching, so it's not like one of those where once you've done it, like a rolled hem or something, you're stuffed, or you have to unpick the whole thing. So you can actually start halfway, so I do like that. Okay, so this definitely is prone to stretching. So let's see if we can maybe hold this a little more firm this time, so that the two don't skid. Well, I need to clean up a bit from the threads, but actually it's okay this time. So that firm holding seems to help a bit. I think I can live with that. Bit of a white edge there, which is a nice bit of detail. I've got lots more to do. Yeah, I think it sort of works. Not that easy, and I'd probably be inclined to use stay stick or something, or just go to the old-fashioned way, which still works, where you sew it to the inside of the seam. It might be a little easier than that. I'll try one more and then make my verdict. Okay, I've decided there's an easier way using this tool to do this. So it's quite nice is that it has an indicator there where the needle position is, and then in here you can adjust this for how far you want the piping to stick out. So I've just let it be the maximum so I can use that line and that line to make sure it always lines up perfectly. So that one works. That's a lot easier to do, and I should be able to keep the fabric from creeping as well. It was more generous on the piping that time, perhaps a bit too generous. But I shall just make sure that when I do the other sleeve, it's that generous. There's nothing wrong with that. But that was definitely easier to sew than the other way. Okay, so I approve of that.